event with a Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night. It's time for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock sign-off news on this late Wednesday night, July 6, 2016. And just before I sign off for the night, a summary of late night 11 o'clock news headlines. I'm Peter Wiggins and I your 11th hour report. And our top story at 11 o'clock is body camera and dash cam video that the shooting death of Alton Sterling exists, but none that is nearly as clear as two bystander videos that have surfaced since the incident on Tuesday morning. London, a sweeping multi-year inquiry into the Britain's role in the Iraq War delivered a devastating assessment Wednesday, with investigators blaming the country's political, military, and intelligence leadership for disastrously mismanaging the conflict. Donald Trump walked up to the gold Gene Lantern and joined him with a glow of red lights and rubbed his eye with it. Smoke swirled around him in a crack in the sun-filled Cabinet Hall. Carlson, the longtime Fox News host, said she rebuffed sexual offenses and suffered gender discrimination from Fox and Friends co-host Steve Doocy. Back now in Kazakhstan, a Russian space capital has launched a beginning of a two-day trip to the International Space Station. How does one transition out of Ramadan say to mind? The crescent moon signaling the end of Ramadan fasting on Wednesday for millions of Muslims around the world. Beirut, a Syrian rebel alliance, agreed to a three-day day-to-one ceasefire announced by the Syrian army on Wednesday, and the United States, who is so far and more significant truce could be achieved by fighting and air attacks continued. Once the world's golden boy and the poster child of disability human spirit, Oscar Pistorius will forever be remembered as a murderer. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel spoke to the Kigali, Rwanda, about the country's shared union to Senator Genocide on Wednesday. Tupelo, Mississippi, 2.5 weeks after a white police officer fatally shot a black man here, the mayor of Tupelo defended the state police department, saying the lawyers for the dead man's family is misleading the public. Washington, Attorney General Loretta Lynch made it official Wednesday. Hillary Clinton would not be charged for using a personal email server during her tenure as a Secretary of State, removed a long lumen shuttle in 2016 bid. Portland, Oregon. Civil rights attorneys say that surveillance evidence used to convict a Somali American man who plotted the bomb at 2010 Christmas tree lighting ceremony was gathered and constitutionally fought the U.S. San Diego police are trying to identify a suspect in a series of grisly attacks on the California city's homeless population. Washington, Federal Reserve policymakers decided in June that interest rates hikes should stay on hold until they have handled the consequences of Britain's vote to EU membership, according to the minutes of the Fed June's policy meeting release. New York former Wall Street executive Andrew Kisper pleaded guilty on Wednesday to charges of defraud invested out of $38 million, claiming that conduct and gambling addiction he cannot control. Seoul Samsung Electronics Company expects to set operating profit to come in about 8.1 trillion Korean won, $7.0 billion American money, making the company's most profitable quarter in more than 2 years and is scoring to rebound. CBS has committed itself to an initial public offering in the radio division, but that does not have to shut out outside buyers. And now take a look at the stocks. The Dow up 78 at 7918.62, SP 500 up 11.18 at 2009.73, and Nasdaq up 36.26 at 4059.16. Looking at local news. Gypsy moth caterpillars have eaten a swamp across southeastern Massachusetts. The following stands of trees in F. Gilbert Hill State in Foxborough. Julie at 3495. Rich out along the mass product of the worst creepy crawl invasions in 35 years. And Tom just said, the damage is largely done this year, about 100,000 acres of Massachusetts trees defoliated and now there in the left with a foliar remark said, George Butner, researcher in invasive pests for the University of Massachusetts, and that's the worst he have ever seen. Progress being made in the construction of a new tunnel with erected structure steel beams. Mansfield local residents now dig deep into the town's history thanks to the book published by the National Resource Trust in Mansfield. The first really hot weather of the summer has dropped in the area with the temperatures forecast near 90 for the second straight day and Thursday. More of that coming up on the Weather Second and Peter Channel 11 o'clock sign-off news. College could be a little easier to pay under the provision under the $900 million House Economic Development Bill to be voted on Thursday. Rehoboth Selectmen voted on Tuesday to extend the appointment of active town administrator Helen Denon for another year. Waltham, Massachusetts police are streaming in Massachusetts. Swimmer reported missing. The WCBB TV reports police on Wednesday evening was searched concerning Brook Basin and Wolf from a 20-year-old man. Police said there was off-limits to swimmers. Fire officials said they received a call just before 6 p.m. reporting the man was missing. Northfield, Massachusetts, and Massachusetts State Forest will gain nearly 1,300 acres of land as part of their $2.5 million sale with a college preparatory school. The image illustrates how supermassive black holes at the center of galaxy's cluster contain intergalactic gas, preventing them from cooling and forming stars. Both Jupiter's moon and the European Saturn's moon tested to hold striking possibilities for supported alien life. Now, the new study by scientists from NASA and Cornell University may strengthen the case for the Tallahassee, Florida. I'm in a grown-out riot in natural headlines about a massive algae bloom found Florida's 7 beaches and rivers. Jupiter's largest moon is imaged by the Juno spacecraft. Nearly 40% of top sunscreen don't meet the American Academy of Dermatology criteria, according to the new study. Germline genetic testing should be offered to men with a metastatic prostate cancer, regardless of age or family history, says he offers new study. As White House prepared to announce the national effort to boost precision medicine research and techniques, President Barack Obama gave a preview in the new initiative and stressed the importance and impact of care Thursday in an op-ed. For the Boston Globe, the French pharmaceutical firm Sanofi said Wednesday that it's joined the U.S. Army researchers to work on a vaccine for Zika virus, which has caused thousands of births to family in Brazil. Peter Channel News Time, 11:06 p.m. on this late Wednesday night, and it is time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's start off with a transit report on the MBTA, where the Silver has experienced minor lanes of disabled bus. On the commuter rail, looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Take a look at the roads. Where 395 on the northbound side, also on the Norwich stretch. 395 on the southbound side, northbound side, it is slow after 395 New London on Interstate 95. 95 on the southbound side, slow after 395 New London Connecticut. Route 70 westbound side, it's slow for the westerly stretch. 195 on the eastbound side, from 103 in Somerset to the Bragg Bridge in Fall River. 95 on the southbound side, so that the Ponce Street in the Norwood all the way at the South Main Street in Sharon. 495 on the northbound side is backed up from Hopkinton all the way to the Mass Pike in Hopkinton. Mass Pike on westbound side, low after Route 495. West 495 on the northbound side, so for 290 in Marlborough. Mass Pike change with A for Sturbridge, a little slow. 91 on the northbound side, low around the Northampton stretch. Mass Pike eastbound, a little around 291 in Springfield. I-84 westbound side, it's after Route 8 in Troyton, Connecticut. I-84 on the westbound side, also before Route 8 in Troyton, Connecticut. 91 in both ends, also after Route 9 in Middletown, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side, also before Route 91 in New Haven. 95 on the southbound side, also for the Norwalk to the Sanford stretch. 95 northbound side, also to the Bridgeport stretch. Merritt Parkway to the southbound side, slow around the Sanford stretch. 95 on both ends, also to the Bronx Highway to George Washington Bridge in New Jersey. Midtown Tunnel on the eastbound side, also FDR Drive, it's slow from the Midtown Tunnel to Harlem. Lincoln Tunnel westbound side, it is slow from Manhattan to New Jersey. 278 on the eastbound side, also the Brooklyn Bridge right to the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. 678 on the northbound side, it is slow from the JFK Airport all the way to Queens. Right near the bridge on the westbound side is slow after the Belt Parkway, and 95 on the northbound side, also around the Aberdeen, Maryland stretch, but 95 is looking from New York to Washington. And the Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkways out looking good. Highways and byways and Pennsylvania out looking good, and A1 on the southbound side, also around there. Hershey stretch and 379, both ends also from the Pennsylvania Turnpike headed towards Pittsburgh. And New York State Freeway on westbound side, also before 290 in Buffalo. And 495 on the southbound side, it is so from 230 Methuen to Route 93. Mass Pike on westbound side, it is so from Boston all the way out to the Austin Bike Tolls. Main Turnpike on the northbound side, also before the Gardner stretch around 295. 95 on the northbound side, also in the Augusta Main stretch, but highways and byways in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine on looking good. Peter Childers, I'm 1109 on this late Wednesday night, and it is time now for a weather report, and get ready for another steamy and warm morning temperature tomorrow, along with a couple of showers and thunderstorms. And we got a hazardous weather outlook. Day 1 tonight, air quality alert. Day 2 to 7. Thursday through Tuesday, there'll be a low risk for a few strong and severe thunderstorms Thursday afternoon across the interior. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, Arizona pockets 3 a.m. Podcast got a low at 7 degrees. Southwest wind of 3 to 5 miles an hour for Thursday. So, Slight change of showers at thunderstorms. Some source blue, 7 rain. Areas available for 7 a.m. west. Port test covered 88 degrees, up about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Change to 20%. Thursday, slight change of showers at thunderstorms before 11 p.m. and slight change of showers and thunderstorms between 11 p.m. and midnight. Some source blue, 7 rain. Areas of fog after 3 a.m. west. Most clouds covered about 68 degrees, up about 6 miles coming. Chance of 20%. Friday, areas of fog before 9 a.m. west. Port test covered 81 degrees. Snow about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Friday night, showers and thunderstorms likely remain after 1 a.m. Some source blue, 7 rain. Most clouds covered about 64 degrees east with about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance 50%. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely before 10 a.m. The showers likely possibly a thunderstorm between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Today, check the showers and thunderstorms after 11 a.m. Some source produce heavy rain. Most clouds could about 36 degrees and chance 60%. Sorry, check the showers. Most clouds could about 60 degrees and chance 40%. Sunday, scattered showers may before 4 p.m. Parts of the clouds could about 72, about 39 degrees, chance 30%. For Monday, mostly sunny, most clouds could about 39 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, clouds could about 81, about 61 degrees. And for Wednesday, most clouds could about 82 degrees. Currently not near 80 is. First guys, 76 degrees, humidity is 60%, 24 below Celsius. The net is getting ready for the Peter Channel. Sign up, 11 o'clock news, and it's late. What's that? July 6, 2069. Peter's here. Good night. And we'll see you tomorrow morning in Moorpark. Good night. We're out of time now. 11 minutes after 11 o'clock, and it's late. When's that? And the Peter Channel will be signing off for that. This is Peter Whistle. Have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good night. Good night. See you tomorrow morning.